The purpose of this video is to teach you the structure for a both sides and opinion essay. Let's start off by looking at a sample task. First of all, the topic. Some people think that the education system should only focus on preparing students for employment, while others believe it has other important functions. And then the question, discuss both sides and then give your own opinion. Let's have a look at the structure for this type of an essay. As with all IELTS essays, there's three key components: an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Starting with the introduction over on the left, the general statement is a rephrase of the topic. The specific statement will introduce what the essay is about to the reader. And then notice how this specific statement will then influence the topic sentences in the body of the essay and the opinion given in the conclusion. I want you to pay attention to this aspect as you watch this video. Let's look at how to structure this type of essay. First, we need to start with an introduction that rephrases the topic and tells the reader what the essay is about. In the second paragraph, we will discuss side A of the argument. In this case, it's about schools only preparing students for careers. Then in paragraph 3, we discuss side B of the argument, which is that schools should have other functions. Then in the final paragraph, the conclusion, you're going to focus on giving your opinion. Remember, this is one of the key components of the essay. You're required to discuss both sides and give your own opinion. So this is where you're going to do it, in the final paragraph of your essay. Let's look at how we should write the introduction in a bit more detail. First, we start by paraphrasing the question. Many people feel that getting pupils ready for their careers should be the main focus of schools, whereas others believe that schools should have additional purposes. Next, you need to say what the essay is about. The purpose of this essay is to analyse both sides of this argument, and then I will explain why I believe the view that schools should have other functions is stronger. Note this sentence. It's really important that you write this sentence carefully, this last sentence of the introduction. Just saying your opinion is not enough. That's what we do for the opinion essay. You have not been asked just to give your opinion. You've been asked to discuss both sides and give your own opinion. So it's critical that this sentence includes all three components, each of the two sides and your opinion. Now let's look at how we might write a body paragraph for this type of essay. First of all, we need a topic sentence that makes it clear which side of the argument that we're going to be discussing in the paragraph. And then usually I like to have two main ideas. So sentence 2, the first main point or idea. Sentence 3, an explanation of this main idea. And then possibly you might do what I do in sentence 4 and give an example to illustrate the main point. Then sentence 5, I introduce a second main idea. And then finally in the last sentence, either an explanation or an example for this second point. The reason why I say either here is because you've got limited time. You're trying to write an essay not too much over 250 words. And so this is the way to keep your paragraphs reasonably short, is to have two main ideas, but then notice how 3 sentences for the first idea and then only 2 for the second. Okay, so this is the way you control the length of your paragraphs. Let's now look closer at an actual paragraph and see how it's written. First, it begins with the topic sentence. There are merits of schools only focusing on preparing young people for their working lives. Then an explanation of this. If young people are better prepared for their careers, they will be more successful in their working lives. Now I add some details to this. As well as this, they will also make more money and be able to support themselves better. Now comes the illustrative example. To illustrate, some recent stories in the media highlighted that students who finish high school are less likely to be unemployed and more likely to earn higher salaries. After writing a body paragraph for each side of the argument, then it's time to write our conclusion. Start your concluding paragraph with a phrase like, "in conclusion." Then you can say that both sides of the argument have merits. This is clear because you've written a body paragraph about the merits of each side of the argument. Then I suggest you state which side you support more strongly. Then follow this with a justification for why you're supporting this side more strongly. Before looking at our model answer, let's just look at our sample task again. The topic. Some people think that the education system should only focus on preparing students for employment, while others believe it has other important functions. The question. Discuss both sides and then give your own opinion. Alright, now let's take a look at our model answer. Many people feel that getting pupils ready for their careers should be the main focus of schools, whereas others believe that schools should have additional purposes. The purpose of this essay is to analyse both sides of this argument, and then I will explain why I believe the view that schools should have other functions is stronger. There are merits of schools only focusing on preparing young people for their working lives. If young people are better prepared for their careers, they will be more successful in their working lives. As well as this, they will also make more money and be able to support themselves better. To illustrate, some recent stories in the media highlighted that students who finish high school are less likely to be unemployed and more likely to earn higher salaries. In addition, by schools preparing young people for jobs, there will be a better prepared workforce. This benefits society by raising productivity and ensuring that employers have the necessary labour they need. However, there are also advantages of schools having other functions. First of all, they should teach students skills to make them well-rounded. By teaching communication skills and how to use technology, the students will be better-rounded individuals. Clearly, these are important skills in today's society, and so they should be learnt at school. As well as this, schools should teach morals and ethics, because this will make the society better. Many people feel that this aspect of schooling has become neglected and has led to a deterioration of society. In conclusion, I believe both sides of the argument have their merits. On balance, however, it seems that schools should have other functions. This is because if the students are well-rounded, they will be more successful in their lives and contribute more to society. For more information about how to write both sides and opinion essays, please see the first link. For information on writing other types of essays, see the second link. If you'd like to send me your writing tasks and have them corrected and given a score, please use the third link.